So we just had the Royal Rumble for this year, and all I wanna say, man, is what the fuck? What the fuck was this nonsense? Especially the Women's Rumble. It was the worst Rumble of all time. It has to be. I can't think of a Rumble worse than this one. There was nothing, not a single moment in this entire Rumble that was exciting, man. Not one thing. If you think about the Rumble like 2015, which people don't like, it was a better Rumble than this, man. It was a better Rumble than this for sure. There were things that were happening during that Rumble. Daniel Bryan came out at one point. People were excited. Now, he got eliminated really quickly, but people got excited at one point of time. There was nothing in this Rumble of that nature. Nothing, man. Charlotte Flair comes in. She's entry number 1. You already know that she's gonna be the Iron Woman. Then Alexa Bliss comes out. The commentators are like, oh, this is so exciting. Are these two gonna be friends or are they gonna fight each other? Nobody cares. First of all, try to make the Rumble not look so fucking scripted, man. The two friends, they come out as entry number 1 and 2. Anyway, they decide to fucking team up and they're waiting for the third entrant. The third entrant turns out to be Kiana James. Now, I'm thinking that they're gonna have a gauntlet of some nature, right? Where they're gonna throw people out before the next one's gonna come in. Kiana James, nobody fucking knows who this woman is. I'm thinking that's what's gonna happen. But two former world champions can't even throw out a newbie. Kiana James survives. Entry number 4 is Nia Jax. Nia Jax comes out. It's just that. Nothing's happening right now, right? Like, it's just people coming in. They're very afraid nowadays of kicking people out of the Rumble, especially in the Women's Rumble, I felt. They're afraid of doing that. They wanna, like, give everybody a moment. So sometimes we have like fucking 8 or 9 people who have shown up and there is not even a single elimination. Something very similar happens here as well. Entry number 5 is Ivy Nile. Then comes Lola Weiss. Who the fuck is this person? It's this NXT bullshit, man. Oh, we're gonna have NXT call-ups, man. We're gonna show them and we can have maybe 1 or 2, man. But we don't really have a lot of returns anymore or surprises, you know, and that's one of the better things that Rumble used to have, in my opinion. Anyway, Candice LeRae comes in. When she comes in, during that time, the 5 people in the ring are trying to eliminate Nia Jax because she's the heavyweight. Candice LeRae tries to stop them, which makes the commentators mention that they used to have an alliance. So, well, now she's gonna protect Nia Jax. Anyway, Jordynne Grace comes in. She eliminates Candice LeRae and she also eliminates Lola Weiss. After that, we have Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch comes in, entry number 9, Intercontinental Champion. Former WrestleMania main eventer. She comes in like it's fucking nothing, you know? Like, she has a different team now. I don't know what they're doing with Becky Lynch, quite frankly. That's supposed to be like the biggest draw. She's a bigger draw than Charlotte Flair, I think. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. She was the one person who was shown as somebody who Ronda Rousey could not beat. They never had a one-on-one match, but she was the only person who Ronda Rousey was not able to beat. After that, we have entry number 10 is Sol Ruka. She comes in, you know she's going to have a good showing. She's one of those young prospects, so she's going to have a good showing and she's not going to win. You already know that. Entry number 11 is Roxanne Perez. When she comes out, firstly I will mention, there was a typo on the bar, right? So entry number 11 was listed as entry number 1. And this happened in the men's rumble as well. Roxanne Perez comes out and Michael Cole's like, oh man, this woman's a favorite. Get the fuck out of here, man. She's a borderline midget. Get the fuck out of here. She's not supposed to be a favorite, and she wasn't even treated like one. Maxine Dupree comes out next, and she gets eliminated by Becky Lynch. Natty comes out. She's Natty now. Maxine Dupree actually gets eliminated after Natty comes out. They have a stare down, and then Maxine Dupree gets eliminated. Now, during this time, man, during this fucking time, Natty eliminates Becky Lynch like it's fucking nothing. Like it's fucking nothing. I don't know what these people are doing with Becky Lynch, man. Like, she's supposed to be a main eventer, right? And where was AJ Lee? Why is it that AJ Lee and Becky Lynch are not having a stare down of any capacity? Entry number 14 was Liv Morgan, you know, one of the favorites in this Rumble. Entry number 15 is Lash Legend. Entry number 16 is Zelina. Entry number 17, Raquel Rodriguez. Bunch of people got eliminated during this time, but no one cares, man. No one cares. One thing I will mention, and I forgot to mention this earlier, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, I'm forgetting who it was, quite frankly. I think it was Nia Jax, yeah, so this happened very early on. Charlotte Flair accidentally eliminated Alexa Bliss while eliminating Nia Jax. So that happened, and that is probably going to lead to some fucking stupid storyline that nobody wants to see. And we'll come to that. There is a reason I mentioned that specifically all this time later. Then we have entry number 18 is Chelsea Green. Entry number 19 is Julia. Entry number 20, Io Sky, who comes out at literally zero pop. There are people who are like, oh man, Io Sky gets a pop everywhere she goes. No, she doesn't. She doesn't get a pop anywhere, first of all. And she definitely doesn't get a pop everywhere in the world. Because the Saudi Arabians did not give a fuck about Io Sky. Well, they didn't give a fuck about the entire event, quite frankly. But yeah, still. Entry number 21, Asuka comes out. Entry number 22, Rhea Ripley. She gets Pyro. Wade Barrett mentions, oh man, you have to be a very big star to be fucking getting a pyro during your Royal Rumble entrance, and it's just fucking nonsensical, man. You don't need to mention that. Firstly, she should not be getting a pyro, even if she's a big star. Like, that's just not something that's supposed to happen. It's the Rumble, man. Get your ass in the ring, do your thing, get the fuck out. It's that simple. I don't care who you are. Even if you're The Rock or something, man. You can't do that. Now, there are exceptions, right? Like Chris Jericho in 2012. That's an exception. He didn't get any pyro. It's just that the lights went off and he had his jacket fucking shining in the dark. So something like that is fine, but you don't need your fucking pyro in the Rumble, man. That doesn't make any sense. Entry number 23, Bayley. Now, it doesn't even feel like anything, man. Like, Bayley is basically a mid-carder. She never had what it takes, quite frankly. And people were all this time, and even now, I think, they're just very afraid of accepting the fact that she just did not have what it takes. Entry number 24 is JC Jane, another NXT call-up. No one gives a fuck. Entry number 25 is Nikki Bella. She comes out. Entry number 26 is Lyra Valkyria. I'm just now finding out that Lyra Valkyria and Bayley, they have a fucking tag team, man. And I think it's when Lyra Valkyria came out. At that time, Michael Cole, he said something like, oh, women have a star-studded tag division, you know. All the stars, they're in the tag division. Yeah, well, because you have nothing for them to do. And this is like a trope that the women's division has. Anybody who's not in the world title picture, just fucking form a tag team with them. That's what you do, man. And also, while we're at it, man, when entry number 24 was coming out, JC Jane, Michael Cole did a botch. Go and look at it, man. It's just fucking embarrassing. The amount of botches this guy is doing is just fucking embarrassing. Anyway, now we come to the point where Kairi Sane comes out at entry number 28. Kelly Jordan is entry number 27. No one gives a fuck. Entry number 28, Kairi Sane. Again, no one gives a fuck. But here's the thing. She comes in, she accidentally eliminates Asuka. And it's like, oh, man, she accidentally eliminated a friend. We already had that with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. We're seeing the same story twice in the same match with different people. It's unbelievable, man. Like, it just tells you how fucking creative these guys are. Entry number 29, Brie Bella. We see a little girl in the audience who's very, very happy. And then entry number 30 is Tiffany Stratton. And we see another girl who's very, very happy. So they figured something out on the fly when Brie Bella was coming out. And they were like, oh, Tiffany's coming out next. So let's spot somebody. Let's spot some little girl. And we're going to show the world that Tiffany has inspired women, little girls, all over the world, man. It's just fucking nonsense, man. Bunch of people get eliminated. Lash Legend, she eliminates Rhea Ripley at one point. No, I'm mistaken. Sorry, man. What happens is, Lash Legend, she eliminates a bunch of people. She eliminates Nikki Bella and Brie Bella. Rhea Ripley gets eliminated by Raquel Rodriguez. So I don't know why they did this, quite frankly. Like, yeah, I guess they're gonna fucking push Raquel now. So that's gonna happen. Liv Morgan then fucking eliminates Raquel Rodriguez from behind. And then she also eliminates a bunch of other people. At the end, she eliminates Tiffany Stratton, and she wins the Rumble. So, very predictable, man, and it's fine, you know. Like, Liv Morgan has always had a good performance in the Rumble, so it makes sense that she wins one of them, you know. I don't know what they're gonna do at WrestleMania. I think it's gonna be fucking Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer. Has to be that. She's not fighting Jade Cargill. So, that's probably what they're gonna go for. And I think that makes sense as well, because right now Raquel Rodriguez is gonna fight Stephanie Vaquer, and she's obviously not gonna win. So she's gonna lose, and then Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan is gonna be the match at WrestleMania. I think that's probably what they're trying to go for. Overall, man, like, the winner's not a bad choice, I don't think so, but the Rumble was fucking boring, man. Like, it's just unbelievable what they did here. Rhea Ripley had, like, piped in cheers because Rhea Ripley is the biggest star and they don't want to accept the fact that she can't get a fucking pop in Saudi Arabia. So that's what it is, man. Like, it was hands down the worst Rumble I've ever seen. Next we have AJ Styles versus Gunther. You already know Styles is losing, you know. I was still expecting, right? You never know with these guys. Like, they're gonna give us a feel-good moment or something. But that didn't happen. Styles lost the match. At least he didn't tap out. He didn't tap out. He passed out. So that was still, some sort of silver lining in all this darkness, I guess. Gunther is just not that guy, though. He's not that fucking guy. There is no bearing of any of this on his character. He was treated like a main eventer before this entire career killer gimmick started, even though he's only really killed one career, which is AJ Styles. The other two guys were about to retire anyway, so he didn't kill their career, but anyway. That happened, man. Gunther is just not that guy. I don't feel like doing this elevates him in any way. He was already seen as the guy that the babyface will overcome, and they will be treated like a big deal. That's what happened with Jey Uso. That's what happened with CM Punk. And that's what he is right now as well. After that, we have Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. Again, Drew McIntyre is gonna fucking win this match. Sami Zayn, at some point, kicks out of 3 Future Shock DDTs. Now, I know it's not really his finisher anymore, but at one point it was. So it's kind of like a quasi-finisher at this point as well, I would think. And nobody should be kicking out of 3 Future Shock DDTs. It just doesn't make any sense, especially not Sami Zayn. Alright. Sami Zayn, during this match, I was thinking he needs to hit the gym. I don't know why he isn't doing that. I don't know, just build a fucking body, I don't think he's a bad promo. I think he has a little potential to be like a mid-card. He should never be world champion, but hit the gym, cut that stupid looking beard off that makes him look fucking homeless. Do that for me. Do that for everybody, actually. And yeah, just, fucking maybe then we can have a proper underdog gimmick or something. I do think that this finisher fist needs to stop. Just one finisher should be fine usually. But we have a million finishes every match at this point, which is annoying. And I do think that McIntyre needs to be booked like a monster. He should not be booked like a guy who's afraid of Jacob Fatu. That doesn't make any sense. That should not happen. He wins this match, and he looks good while winning this match as well. So McIntyre is still the champion, and he's most likely going to take this title to WrestleMania, I'm thinking. Very, very unlikely that he won't at this point. So, I don't know. There is a possibility that he might lose. I don't know. Or maybe it's going to be a triple threat or something at WrestleMania. I don't fucking know. After that, we have the big one. We have the men's rumble. Obafemi comes out. He's entry number 1. Clearly piped in she is. And everybody fucking acts like this guy's a big deal. And he's not bad, during this match, there is a degree of excitement that he was able to create, which I will acknowledge. After that, we have Braun Breaker, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh, well, that's an interesting start, Braun Breaker's coming out, somebody interferes, curb stomps this fucking guy, and then throws him in the ring. Now, the match starts immediately, even though Braun Breaker is clearly not ready. The match starts immediately. I would think that usually they would be like, Breaker, fucking get ready and stuff before the match starts, but that didn't happen. Breaker gets up, he's leaning towards the rope, and Obafemi just fucking eliminates this guy. And it's man, this guy's supposed to be the next big thing. What are you doing? I understand that there was an interference and all, but still, this guy's supposed to be the next big thing. You can use an interference on a big guy in terms of how you categorize him, and be oh, well, that's the reason he lost. But you still need to be in the rumble for more than fucking 5 seconds, I would think. He might have created a record or something, man. If not for Santino, this might have been the fucking record. Who the fuck knows? Anyway, Obafemi is in the ring by himself. Solo Sikoa comes out. The commentators mentioned that this is his first rumble. Tells you how much people really fucking value this guy, man. He has been in the company for 5 years or something at this point, and this is the first time he has entered the rumble. Then we have Rey Mysterio. He comes in. And I'm just thinking, yeah, man, it's done, Rey Mysterio is just basically a mid-carder. Quite frankly, not even that. I can see anybody in the roster at this point beating Mysterio. It just doesn't mean anything. Then we have Rusev. And I'm thinking to myself, while Rusev's coming out, that Obafemi is going to eliminate this guy, Rusev's a reasonably big guy. And Obafemi, of course, they're trying to push this guy, so they're going to make him eliminate Rusev. And that's exactly what happens. Obafemi eliminates Rusev, then he eliminates Solo Sikoa, and then he also eliminates Mysterio. After that, Obafemi is in the ring by himself. Michael Cole says, oh, this reminds us of the 2020 Rumble, man, when Brock Lesnar was throwing everybody up. And are they really gonna do that with this guy? Are we really gonna have him eliminate a bunch of people, and then a big name like Cody Rhodes or Lesnar comes in, and that's what stops the momentum? Is that what we're gonna see? So after that, we have Matt Cardona, and he's coming now. Wade Barrett, says that, oh man, this is a new version of Matt Cardona. And I agree, man. It's a new version. The old version, Zack Ryder, he used to last in the Rumble for like maybe 20 or 30 seconds. This one only lasted for 10 seconds. So it's a new version, all for the worse. This guy's still a fucking jobber, man. I don't know what the point was to bring him back in this company. It doesn't make any sense. This guy's still a fucking jobber. This entire reinvention thing is honestly kind of embarrassing, man. Like, he came in, it's like, oh, it's not over yet, man. I'm gonna be the WWE champion, and then he gets eliminated in 10 seconds. It's just fucking embarrassing, quite frankly. After that, we have Damian Priest, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, man, if they have actually mentioned that this reminds them of Brock Lesnar in 2020, then maybe Damian Priest is gonna be eliminated very soon, right? Like, I don't know what they're thinking here. Damian Priest comes in, and look, I don't think Damian Priest is really all that, but I don't think he should be a guy who gets eliminated in fucking 15 seconds or anything as well. You know, he's a mid-carder, or maybe like an upper mid-carder, if you will, and he should be treated as such. He should not be a guy who comes in and gets eliminated immediately, and that's exactly what happens, man. He does not get eliminated immediately. He stops the Obafemi run. After that, we have Javon Evans. I haven't seen a whole lot because there isn't a whole lot. He's very new, and I enjoy watching him, man. I enjoy watching this guy. He's a fun wrestler to watch. Without a fucking doubt. If he can cut good promos, man, I don't see what's stopping him. Quite frankly, he's a young guy. He's pretty fucking good, you know? He's good. And he's the type of guy, he's a good babyface as well. You can feel that. He's a chill guy in real life. You can see the crowd potentially getting behind this guy when he's going for the world title. I like this guy, and he had a good showing as well. Entry number 9 is Mr. Iguana. This is just fucking embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. Should have been someone like Alberto Del Rio, man. I don't give a fuck. It was in fucking Saudi Arabia as well, so they probably would have respected the fact that a real wrestler has returned instead of Mr. Iguana. This was the perfect time to maybe bring Del Rio back, but that didn't happen. Entry number 10 is Trick Williams. The chant, it was piped in, obviously. The Saudi Arabian fans were not chanting, "Whoop that trick." That was not happening. And this is fucking embarrassing, man. Like, just let the guy come out without the chant. We don't need the chant to be associated with Trick Williams. Anyway, he comes out and he eliminates Iguana, which isn't a big deal. But I did like the fact that he eliminated that embarrassment of a person. Then there is a stare down between Obafemi, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans. Entry number 11, it's Cody Rhodes, and the typo on the bar was still there. It's entry number 1. He gets a pop because he's a main eventer, so he gets a pop. El Grande Americano comes out, and Cole says, oh, this is entry number 11, man. It was entry number 12. Cole says entry number 11. Again, fucking embarrassing. Like, what are you guys doing? First, we have Iguana coming in. Then we have Cole botching every single second. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Entry number 13, and I already kind of thought that this will happen. The other El Grande Americano, Chad Gable, he comes out, man. He comes out, and this is just not funny. I know there are some people, there are some idiots who think that it's funny. 2 guys who are dressed in the same gimmick without any fucking explanation about what this gimmick is and why anyone's supposed to care about who the real El Grande Americano is. Nobody cares. Anyway, he comes out, and this is another problem, right? So entry number 12, El Grande Americano number 1. Entry number 13, El Grande Americano number 2. The second one comes out right after the first one. It's not like the first one comes out at entry number 12 and the second one's like entry number 21, you know? To make it look a little more real. They come out, they both get eliminated immediately, and then Cody Rhodes eliminates Trick Williams as well. Tells you what they really think of fucking Trick Williams. Entry number 14, Powerhouse Hobbs comes out, and now he's Roy Skis. Now, this is an exciting addition, but here is my question, man. Why is it that we need both Obafemi and Powerhouse Hobbs, who is now Roy Skis? Why is it that we need both these people? They are both the same fucking thing, man. Angry monsters. Maybe one's gonna be a babyface, the other one's gonna be a heel. I don't fucking know. But I don't see why we need both of them. Now don't fucking tell me, oh, one's American, the other one's Nigerian. Even though the Nigerian one, he can talk properly like an American as well if he wants to. He just doesn't do it. Roy Skis comes out, he eliminates Priest, and that's just that. Priest is a mid-carder, so he had a mid-card run in this Rumble, which is fine. Entry number 15, Austin Theory. All I could think to myself is, this guy needs to get his hair back. He needs to get his hair back. If he's balding, get your fucking transplant, man. Like, do something. Get your hair back. Entry number 16 is Bronson Reed. Again, we see the 2 guys from Vision coming out one after the other. Bronson Reed, though, doesn't feel like a real giant, you know? Like a real one. He feels like a heavyweight, not a super heavyweight. He's not Braun Strowman, you know? Anyway, he comes out. It's not that big of a deal. Entry number 17 is Ilya Dragunov, a guy I do like. I think he's a solid mid-carder. I think he's a good guy. When he's coming out though, Michael Cole, I think it was, he mentions that The Miz said that Ilya Dragunov has the hardest punches that The Miz has ever faced in his career. The Miz got knocked out by The Big Show. How is it that Ilya Dragunov, even though I like the guy, man, is a harder hitter than Big Show? Doesn't make any sense. They really need to fucking think about what they're saying, man. Entry number 18 is La Parka, and it's just another embarrassment. I don't care if this guy has a legacy or whatever the fuck. I don't care, man. He gets eliminated by Austin Theory. That's fucking saying something, I would argue. And then we have another luchador at entry number 19, Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee fucking comes out. Entry number 20 is Logan Paul. And now I'm thinking this guy's gonna make it to the final four. At this time, we have 3 members of the Vision in the ring. Entry number 21, LA Knight. LA Knight should have been maybe like the late 20s. And maybe, like, it's very predictable, right? Like, you already knew that at the Rumble, the Vision's gonna be in the ring and LA Knight's gonna come out. He's gonna throw a bunch of people off. You already knew that something like that's gonna happen. But they have a spot in mind. So Logan Paul comes out. We have 3 members of the Vision in the ring. And LA Knight's like coming out right after that. He eliminates Theory and Bronson Reed. He does not eliminate Logan Paul, which tells you what they think of Logan Paul and what they think of Austin Theory. Bronson Reed was never supposed to be a big deal anyway, so who gives a fuck, but it shows you what they think of Austin Theory, man. He's just a bit card, even right now, like he's not gonna be more than that. Entry number 22, Brock Lesnar. When he's coming out as well, you're like, holy fuck, man, holy fuck, look at the guy. Entry number 23, The Miz. He has lost all his aura, man. Yeah, it's just not the same anymore. He doesn't enter the ring. Brock Lesnar during this time also eliminates Ilya Dragunov, which was a very good elimination, man. Ilya Dragunov is hitting him with all the score, and Brock Lesnar is fucking no seltzer, you know? And then he throws Ilya Dragunov off of the ring. Entry number 24, Rey Fenix. He comes out. He's a jobber, man. No question about it. He doesn't get a pop, obviously. Immediately, Fenix is eliminated by Lesnar. And then eventually, I think Obafemi gets distracted by Logan Paul and Lesnar eliminates Obafemi as well. So that was it. Obafemi's ceiling is pretty evident. He did not eliminate Brock Lesnar. He will not eliminate Brock Lesnar, man. This is it. This is it for him. Entry number 25 is Jey Uso. During his entrance, Cody Rhodes and LA Knight team up to eliminate Brock Lesnar, while the music for Jey Uso is playing. Just feels very uneventful. And I think they were trying to get away with the fact that Brock Lesnar was here as well, because who the fuck's gonna eliminate Brock Lesnar? Unless it's like the 2020 Rumble where you're making a point by McIntyre eliminating Lesnar. It's very hard to have a person like Lesnar in the Rumble. Unless he's winning, who the fuck's gonna eliminate this guy, man? You know? So it's very hard, and I think they were just trying to play it down a little bit. So they had 2 people eliminate Brock Lesnar while the people were distracted by something else or something like that. That's my assumption here. Anyway, that happened. Entry number 26, Roman Reigns. Crowd pops. Miz gets eliminated. Entry number 27, Jacob Fatu. Entry number 28, Penta. Another jobber. I'm thinking Penta and Mysterio should have replaced their spots, man. Rey Mysterio should have been coming out right now, and Penta should have been one of the fucking jobbers who gets eliminated by Obafemi at the beginning. During this time, Cody Rhodes eliminates LA Knight. An uneventful elimination. It kind of makes sense because, like, who's he gonna fight if he wins, though? Like, CM Punk or McIntyre doesn't make any sense. His problem was with the Vision. So if Breakker had won the match with CM Punk earlier this year, then maybe it would have made sense, right? Like LA Knight versus Braun Breaker, but that didn't happen, so it just didn't make any sense, quite frankly. Even if he wins the title at some point from here, and I know that people have said this before throughout his entire run, but I think this is it. This is the final nail on the coffin. It's done for LA Knight. He's never gonna be the big thing that everybody was hoping that he would be. Entry number 29, Randy Orton comes out. He RKO's Penta, which I enjoy because I hate Penta. Entry number 30 is Gunther. Orton then eliminates Javon Evans. Gunther eliminates Penta. God bless Gunther for that. Even though I don't like Gunther, but anyway. Drew McIntyre then comes in and eliminates Cody Rhodes, which does make sense because he doesn't want to fight Cody again. So he wants to make sure that he doesn't win the Rumble. So it does make sense like that, sure. Drew McIntyre eliminates Cody Rhodes, and of course Cody Rhodes is not going to be eliminated clean, right? Because he's Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns then eliminates Jacob Fatu and also eliminates Jey Uso. We are in the final 4 now. Roman Reigns, Logan Paul, Randy Orton and Gunther. So tells you, man, Logan Paul has been in the final 4 for the 2nd year now in a row. Tells you how highly they think of Logan Paul. Roman Reigns eliminates Logan Paul. Gunther eliminates Orton. And then we are at the final 2, Roman Reigns and Gunther. Now, when these two are fighting, you kind of know that Reigns is going to win. And that made me think that the fact that Gunther is retiring so many legends has no real bearing on his character, man, because he's still just the guy who the babyface is gonna overcome. And the babyface, when it's convenient for the company, overcomes the heel, Gunther, every single time, whether it's Jey Uso, whether it's Sami Zayn, every single time. You know that the babyface will overcome the heel, which is Gunther. So what's the actual bearing of him being the career killer, as they call him now? Because he was this person before he retired Goldberg as well. He didn't retire Goldberg, of course, I know, but you know what I mean, right? Before he started this entire run of fucking retiring people, he was still the same guy. He was still the guy who's a big deal, and every time the babyface beats him, it's for something that matters, like the world title or some shit like that. CM Punk also beat this guy earlier this year, so that just proves my point, man. Roman Reigns eliminates Gunther, and he's the winner of the Rumble. It kind of makes sense, because you have to keep in mind, man, like, you need to have a marketable WrestleMania main event. So, if LA Knight had won, LA Knight versus fucking CM Punk, it doesn't make any sense. Why would we have that? And LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre as well. There is no storyline with either of the guys. His storyline is with The Vision. And that's why I kept saying, man, if Braun Breaker was the world champion right now, this entire thing would have made sense. This entire thing, like, Braun Breaker's the champion, so he's not going to come in the Rumble, obviously. And LA Knight comes in, he eliminates all 3 members of the Vision, including Logan Paul, and then he goes on to win the fucking Rumble. That would have made sense, but LA Knight winning in this context, unfortunately, man, just because of how WWE has booked things, it doesn't make any sense. Now, you can ask the same question, like, who is he gonna fight, CM Punk? There is some history there, sure, it's possible. And then we have Drew McIntyre, but here is my theory, man. There is a possibility that they're going to do something to get the title of Drew McIntyre, give it back to Cody Rhodes, and then we're going to have a fucking Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns part 3, where this time Cody Rhodes is the champion and Reigns is the challenger. I am thinking that that's a possibility right now. We didn't have Chris Jericho, but like, if he's not available or something, then there is nothing anyone can do, man. I think if he was available, then this company would have fucking made him come in this Rumble. Finn Balor was also not in there. I thought he's gonna take somebody's spot. That didn't happen. We have people like Mr. Iguana in the Rumble, but not Finn Balor. Anyway, Roman Reigns is the winner. It's okay. It's not that exciting. But the crowd fucking loved Reigns, man. You know, everywhere he goes, you know he's the biggest star. So, that's just a fact. It's just that sitting at home and watching this on TV, you're seeing the same thing again. You're seeing Roman Reigns win the Rumble, and you have already seen that before. The live crowds enjoy Roman Reigns, so that's just something people have to accept. Overall, I think this show was not good, quite frankly. The Women's Rumble was the worst Rumble of all time, as I said. Then we had Gunther and AJ Styles, which was just uneventful, which is very tragic considering it was AJ Styles' last match. Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn was just fucking filler. And then we had this Men's Rumble, which was exciting at times, in my opinion, but by the end it was just a little boring as well.